Hi everyone, so welcome to today's video. We are going to be getting ready together. I have to put some makeup on this face. I have somewhere that I need to be. And I figured I would do a video using the Tarte Maneater palette because I mentioned this in my previous video, which was my March favorites. And if you haven't seen it, click the I here so you guys can watch my favorites for last month. And I wanted to do a look with this. I've had this for maybe a few weeks. And the colors are, like I said in that video, not that super special, but for every day this is perfect because everything that you need is right housed in one small compact palette that works to keep it in any space, whether it's in a bathroom, whether it's in a travel bag, in your purse, wherever weekend trip, it fits in a little spot. It doesn't take up much space. It's got a mirror. It has everything you need. So we're going to start from scratch. I am very hot. It's really hot in this room with these lights on, so I'm going to try to kind of get through this as quickly as possible. So for today, I'm using my CC cream from It Cosmetics, and I think I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of the Bobbi Brown foundation. I mentioned in my last video, the March favorites, that these two, when I put them together, are a really great combo. And I just use like a tiny, tiny bit of the Bobbi Brown, which is the lightest one. Oops, got it on my nail. And one pump of the It Cosmetics. I'm going to use my airbrush blurring foundation brush from It Cosmetics to dabble this on, and I've got both colors sort of just mixed in there. You could use your finger, beauty blender, really whatever you want. And I'm just going to go for it and try not to get this in my hair because that would be a disaster. It's not the first time that's happened. It's kind of funny because we were going to a museum. I think it was like last month maybe. The Denver Nature and Science Museum, I think that's what it's called. And on the way there, I think I was wearing my hair down that day. And I noticed I had some white stuff in my hair. And I was like, what is this? And I was like, I'm smelling it. It smells minty. I lick it. Why? I don't know, but good thing it was toothpaste. I had toothpaste in my hair, you guys. It was ridiculous. Basically. Then I'm taking whatever's left on my brush. I'm going to go down around my jawline and kind of creep down to the neck area. I don't like putting makeup on my neck or my chest, but this, like I said, when I don't mix anything with that It Cosmetics, it's a little dark, but then the fair is like ghost. Like I can stand up against these white walls and you won't even see me. That's how white that one is on me. Even though I am pretty fair, I need a little bit of work, but the light is probably the best option. Okay. For my concealer, I've just been using my Glow Pressed Powder. This is the Pressed Base in Natural Medium, which looks like this. And it is a little bit more on the yellow side because I do like more yellow toned foundations. And I use a crease brush, the Morphe E27, to apply that. So I'm just going to swirl my brush, tap off the excess, and then just kind of buff this all under the under eye area. And I use this as my main concealer, this or the Bare Minerals Serum Concealer. And as I mentioned before, it doesn't look like this is powdery under the eyes or even when you wear it on your face. It has a really nice finish. And I used to only always use like cream or liquid concealers until I got this powder, I think it was like last October, and I realized it has really good coverage, really good ingredients. It's a makeup line that you find at a dermatologist's office, a plastic surgeon's office, medical spa, that if they carry makeup, it'll be this brand, maybe Jane Iredale. Color Science, I believe, is another one that they sell. So you have to get it through like a med spa. Or I think online you might be able to order it. But this does not look like there is any powder. So for blush, since I'm going to use this Maneater palette that has like some warm tones in there and a cranberry, which I might use that. I think I'm going to do something kind of opposite and try like a cool tone. So I'm going to do the Tinge matte blush from LORAC. I've had this for a while. It's so pretty, you guys. It is like the perfect blush. It goes with everything. I don't have to think about it. I can put it on with my eyes closed. Those are the types of products that are good to have when you're in a rush, because I took my time with everything else around the house and realized I gotta go. So I'm gonna just rush through this. And I'm gonna just apply this in circular motions, kind of buff it onto the apples of my cheek and just kind of give me like a natural rosy kind of flush. And yes, I do feel like my skin is a little bit more on the rosy side right now because, like I said, it is very hot in this room. I feel like I probably should open up the window. My husband said it's supposed to be like 75 degrees today. What? We had snow a couple days ago. So that's probably why it's hot and my heater is still on. I need to go turn that off. I take the same brush that I used to apply it and I go right over the blush and kind of blend it out just in case I go too crazy, too ham. Or like my husband says, go jamon, which jamon is ham in Spanish, just in case anybody cares. Anyways, I've been using the Kevyn Aucoin highlighter. This is the Celestial Powder in Candlelight. It's part of the contour duo that you can get at Sephora. The contour powder is in the shade medium, and it's really cute, perfect to fit in my little tiny basket that I keep in the medicine cabinet in the guest bathroom. And I've been using this. This is like a really, really great highlighter, you guys. So gorgeous. This is the perfect color, even though it says Sculpting Medium Powder. The tone is a medium shade. It works with my fair skin, although I don't do contouring a lot because I don't really have time for that. So I like to use this. Where's my brush? With this one, this is the Morphe E8. Well, this brush, but E8. I'm showing you this. Talk about the brush. I'm all over the place. I'm a hot mess. This is what happens when I rush. So I take a little bit of that and then just hit the high points of my cheeks and around my brows. Hit the brow bone since I haven't done my brows yet. And it is just so pretty. And if you don't want the duo because you don't contour or you have your favorite contour, the color is not what you like, you can always buy just this highlighting powder on its own. You can get it through Sephora. And then I go down my nose. I'll do my lip highlighter, Cupid's bow, later. But this is something that looks really soft and natural. Alright, so brows are done. I'm just taking a little bit of my Sarah Hack lip slip. A little bit of foundation on them. This is seriously some good stuff. Good lip balm. Alrighty. So now I get to move on to the eyes. And so this is the palette that I showed you in the beginning of the video. And really light neutral shades that I really enjoy using. So I'm going to just start with the lightest shade, one of the lightest shades, called Passion, and it's this one that's more of like a beige ivory color. Tapping off the excess. This is going to go all over the lid and to the brow bone. And then I'm going to take that same brush and I'm going to Meow, which is the white, and that's going to be the brow highlight for now until I decide if I want to do something a little bit more shimmery. But this will help kind of brighten things up. And I'm going to stick with the same brush. I don't know if I told you, but it's the Morphe E22 brush, which I really like. It's a dual fiber brush, so it works to add colors and blend. I'm going to go in with this color called Purr, which is in the middle of the second row. It's kind of like a rosy shade. It is matte. So far I'm working with matte shades. There's only three shimmer ones. The two Foxy, Lace, and Hypnotic if you have this palette or thinking about getting it. This color is shimmery, this one here, and then this kind of rusty cranberry shade. So I'm taking the Purr, and this is going to go into my crease. And if the lighting changes, I am sorry about that. The sun was out and then it went behind a cloud. Of course, when I'm filming, that's when it decides to become cloudy. But then once I stop, it's going to be back to sunny and pretty lighting. So hopefully I don't have to adjust anything when I'm editing here. But I do apologize in advance. Okay, so going back and forth. Windshield wiper motions. I'm not really being too careful either with this color because it's just acting as a transition shade, although this would be really pretty just like this with a little bit of liner. That is enough for me for day to day because I can literally do this for just a few minutes. I think I'm going to do a tiny bit of Midnight, which is that dark brown, and then again it's matte with the same brush. Just take a tiny bit on the very tip of that brush. And if you find yourself a really good brush, that you can use for crease work and outer V. It makes it so much easier because it's just literally one brush that you can do it all with. And I'm just doing a little bit to just kind of add a tiny bit of depth to this outer area. Ah, there's the sun. It's coming back out. So hopefully it brightens up a bit more. So it ended up coming out a little bit darker than what I wanted, but that's okay. I think I should probably stop here while I'm at it because I just wanted a little bit and then I went a little crazy, which it happens all the time. Like I try to do a little bit and I always go overboard. Okay, so now I'm going to smudge a little bit of the Midnight. I think I'm going to go straight in with that dark brown for the lower lashes. I have a tiny little detail brush, picking up some of that color, tapping this off, and I'm just going to go right underneath. And then with that same brush, with whatever's left on it, I'm going to come in here and just kind of work this back and forth to soften that and drag it down just a little bit. So I'm going to switch to the pencil brush and then come in here and just kind of quickly do this. I'm going to wipe off that same brush because it's really good for detail work. This is a really old brush from Smashbox travel set. I think this was like in 2009. Ugh. Very long time. I think this is probably the only one in that set that I even still have. So I'm going to take that same brush. I've wiped it off on a paper towel and I'm going to go in with Lace, which is the lightest shade in the palette, and it's also shimmery. This is going to be my inner corner highlight. And this is really pretty. That's like, whoa, in your face. I'm going to have to tone that down a little bit. You know what? I think I want to take a little bit of this through my brow bone area. Whatever's left on the brush. I'm not like dousing it with shimmer. Moving on to eyeliner, I'm going to just take my pencil liner. This is the one from Charlotte Tilbury. It's just the one that I have been using for the last couple months, and I'm going to tight line. Liquid liner is my Clinique Pretty Easy. This stuff is amazing. Works really well. And I'm just going to do a very thin line as close to the lashes as I can possibly get it. And I'm going to try not to screw this up. Okay, fingers crossed. Let's take a moment, say a prayer that this eye comes out the same. So I started doing my mascara and I forgot to press record. Okay, so I can't really talk while I'm doing mascara. Total Temptations by Maybelline. I'm trying to finish this up. For me, it's a love-hate thing with this mascara. I like the overall look. I don't like the way it applies. And the formula is a little wet for my liking, but you know, eventually it grows on you. I don't like the smell. I talked about this. It smells like Play-Doh. And then I also like to go through the lashes as well with a lash comb just to make sure that everything is nice and separated, get rid of any clumps. Sometimes I do get clumps with this, but it's not too bad because I do wipe off the bristles from the applicator on the tube or the opening of the bottle, the packaging. Jeez, I cannot talk today. So that does help, but if you just like kind of pull it out and go straight into it, you probably will get a little bit of clumping. Lower lash mascara is the Lash Power by Clinique because of this really small, can you see? Small brush. Bristles are really short and I can get right in there. Okay, so now I have to do my lips, and my go-to combo that I've been doing a lot for, I don't know, the last month is the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat. This is the perfect lip liner. It's in the shade called Pillow Talk. It's like your lips but better. And I always pair it with this gloss. This is the Sephora Gel Gloss Ultra Shine Lip Gel. I don't know. It's really long. It's got, it's just too much. It's Ultra Shine Lip Gel in the perfect nude. This came in my Sephora Play by Sephora box in February, I believe. And that was like my favorite box. And I think this is February's box. But I have been playing around with another gloss, which is equally as good, and it's the Fenty Beauty one in the shade called Fenty Glow. This is the Gloss Bomb, so it's kind of similar. The Fenty one is shimmery and maybe just a touch more peach. But when you put it on, it doesn't really translate to a peach color. You can wear it on its own or over a lip liner. And look at this lip liner, y'all. I need to sharpen it. There's like literally no tip to this. So where's my sharpener? Come to me. So I have to sharpen this because a dull lip liner doesn't do anybody any favors. So I just line and kind of feel. I do have some lip balm on, but that's okay. And a lot of times I use the same lip liner with the Sarah Hat lip slip, which I already had on. I applied it earlier. And, you know, with this, it just kind of adds a little bit of color. It's not too crazy. It's not over the top. It goes, like I said, I can't talk. It goes with everything. It goes with everything. And this is like perfect. So you bet I'm going to replace this when I run out of that. So I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Gloss. It has a huge doe foot applicator, which is pretty awesome. And literally a couple swipes is all you need. You don't have to actually re-dip. There's plenty on here. So as you can see, it's just lots of shine. Maybe you might on camera be able to see a little bit of the hint of peach. So we are officially done. And I had set my timer. I've got 20 minutes left, which is good. Allows me to put my pants on. I'm not naked. I have pajamas on. Get my shoes, my purse, and head out the door. So I think I'm doing good in time. So thank you so much for joining me for this look. I hope you guys enjoyed this Get Ready With Me. I know I was kind of all over the place, zip-zapping through a lot of things. I'm kind of pressed for time, and I usually work pretty quickly, even when I'm not filming videos, because I just like to get done and be out the door as quickly as possible. Check out some of these products, especially the Maneater palette. If you're looking for something that's every day that you can just go to and have everything there, this is it. And like I said before, this look is just kind of really light and natural, a little bit darker in the crease than what I wanted initially. I was thinking about doing like a really dark smoky eye with that cranberry, but then I thought, maybe not for this kind of work-related thing that I'm gonna go to, and hopefully things work out as I hope so. And so I've been just kind of working on that, just to kind of be like a little bit of an update. And that is my rabbit chewing on a box, by the way, that sound that you hear. So yeah, that is why there wasn't any videos on Tuesday. It's been crazy busy here. Time has been flying by. I just did not have time to film. And I want to film when it feels organic and when I have the time, and not just kind of doing it just for the sake of putting something up on the channel. So I hope you guys can understand, and I want to continue doing my videos twice a week, and I will see how things progress over the course of the next month or so. If it starts to become where it's kind of hard, then I would just do my one weekly video and then kind of sprinkle in extras as I can. And I hope that you guys are okay with that. I know that those of you who watch and are here because you care about me and this channel, I think you guys will understand that, and I'll keep you guys posted as things change as we progress into the future months of this year. So anyways, thank you guys so much for being here, for supporting my channel, for being you, for spending some time with me today. Have a fabulous weekend ahead, and I will talk to y'all very soon. Bye-bye.